The Mosaic Company is the world's largest producer of fertilizer. We mine and process and distribute worldwide our phosphates and potash-based fertilizers. We didn't have the right visibility to the level of spend that we have, not only because it's a big amount economically, but it's a very complex type of spend transactionally. So 27 different geographical places, 27 different plants, 1,600 amount of vendors. So gaining visibility from the leadership perspective, but also from the team, was very important to us. Well, Zycus provided from the very beginning phase, previous to establishing our relation, a very direct contact and very open communication. They heard a lot, but they also guide us through our thought process, since it was very clear that the value that Zycus was adding was something that Mosaic was going to need. We had to accept initially that although we are a Fortune 250 company, we were in the infant stage when it came to implementation of technology to enhance our practices and to let us make better business decisions. So by understanding that, we were open to what Zycus was doing. Also, we were convinced that Zycus was hearing the thoughts and the needs of several of their customers. So for us, hearing back from Zycus what they have summarized through the several experiences, we were obtaining that knowledge, that experience of what to do and what not to do, and what to replicate, and really what would be considered an old practice. And at the end, of course, Zycus was the company that got awarded the project of implementation of spend analysis, e-sourcing, and cost modeling. Once we decided to go with Zycus, we were convinced that that decision was the right one. The needs that we had initially were related to visibility. So we focused specifically on the spend visibility, the spend analytics, and also the e-sourcing, which is spend independent. We needed a way to also standardize our practice and be able to see all the events that were being ran, so we can leverage from those experiences and also leverage from that kind of spend. So those were the two main focuses. And we added the layer of the cost modeling, which allows us to track a lot of the commodities. So those were the three main focus. Through time, we have seen that other needs have started to grow, which is the procure-to-pay portion, which is more the automation of the procurement operation, which is where we also would like to go in regards of the procure-to-pay solution. They keep on surprising me, surprising every year with the new steps forwards, as the P2P or the One View or the Rainbow concept. Right now, they are one of the major players in this specific arena, without being distracted of keeping one of the biggest values that we saw from the very beginning, which was that customer contact. The things that we say are finally reflected somehow in the whole vision and strategy of Zycus. So what I think that Zycus brings to the table is that feel that you're not dealing with this major corporation, which you will need to adapt 100% to them. If not, you don't have other options. I think what Zycus brings to the table is that it's options. It's the flexibility to create the suite that you want and still have all the positive value that other suites have, which is one single sign-on to link to an ERP. As long as Zycus continues to deliver what has kept us impressed with them, I think we will continue to be a customer. That friendliness, that flexibility is something that adds a lot of value to our relationship. The impact that the implementation of Zycus tools brought to Mosaic was a change of culture, the change of practices, to standardize the most efficient practices when it comes to how do we see our spend and how do we see the processes related to the procurement operation.